And what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 48 of the Uncommon Line podcast. As you will see, today's a little bit different. We had a little bit of mix-up in scheduling with one of our guests that was going to come on for episode 48, so it wasn't able to happen, but we still wanted to bring you a show, kind of catch you up to speed on a bunch of stuff we got coming on, what we have planned, things in the works, our goals coming up, and kind of let you know shows that are going to be recorded soon. So welcome to episode 48. I got to get into today's show sponsors, and it's kind of like a surplus of all of our sponsors, like hey, we're going to mention a lot of them. So bear with us for a little bit, kind of let you know what we've got going on with each one. First off, Denney Law. Make sure you go check out Denney Law based here in Dallas. Any law needs you need across the state of Texas, business-wise or other, hit them up. They're already working with some of our people that we've got them in contact with. Great organization, great law group. Especially if you're in the small business realm, they could really help you out. I know they've helped us out quite a bit and helped us moving forward into some other avenues that we have working on, which we'll get into in a little bit. Secondly, with the Florida trip coming up in May, it's appropriate that we bring up RxPlusPlates. David over there in Florida, he's blowing up with the tactical games. If anybody is involved in the tactical games, the Patriot games, and whatever the fuck other games are coming up that are being created out there, make sure you check out RxPlusPlates. You can use our discount code, the UCO, get you a discount on their gear. And if anybody doesn't really know what they're about, David kind of saw the need to create a weighted vest plate for your tactical plate carrier that is just weighted in and of itself. So he laser cuts them, and I guess he laser cuts them. That's a question I don't know. I think it's laser cuts. Anyways, he cuts them. You can have them designed for you with your logos, painted different colors and everything. So make sure you check them out. We've got a couple of them. We love them, and we just love supporting David and his team. So, all right. So that's today's official episode sponsors. But we do want to bring up a couple of the things that obviously haven't really been able to mention in some of the other shows, or we mentioned, but just not in depth, and kind of want to go into depth with that. So before we kind of talk about some other stuff and answer some of y'all's questions y'all submitted. As y'all have seen recently, we posted that Shooting Surplus is now one of our official sponsors. I can't speak highly enough about them. The stuff we have planned with them moving forward is going to be awesome. And I know there's a lot of websites out there, and we've got a lot of shooters that watch our, channel and listen to the show. You need to go check them out. We always try to bring brands to y'all that we believe are special, not just because of the stuff they have, right? But the people behind the show, behind the brand. And that's one reason we're really supportive of Shooting Surplus. This was a relationship in the making over the last year, and we really wouldn't be here without some of the people that have introduced us to them. And we felt it necessary that we kind of team up with them and highlight them, specifically as a brand. And Bruce and the whole team over at Shooting Surplus, we're so thankful for them. But you need to make sure you go check them out and get subscribed to their newsletter. If you hear me now, hear me twice, hear me thrice, subscribe to their newsletter. There's some stuff that's going to be coming up that a lot of the people in the newsletter are going to be the only people that are going to be notified about it. And some of that stuff coming up may or may not be with other brands we're involved with, or, brands that we want to be involved with. And so I just urge you to go subscribe to their newsletter. You go to the website. I put it up in the store recently. Scroll down, click the newsletter, put your email. You'll start getting notifications. There was already a B&T sale that came out the other day. All their B&T products, I think, if I'm right, all their B&T products were on sale like $300 off. And if anybody knows, the higher price point in the B&T guns is a little bit more expensive, so that $300 helps offset that. So really thankful for Shooting Surplus, but make sure you go start to subscribe. Make sure you follow their page. And on that note, this episode is going to be dropped. We're recording it over the weekend, right? So this episode's dropping on Wednesday. We wanted to do a giveaway with them to give y'all some surprises. So with that being said, you saw that we posted the giveaway post. You'll scroll back. There's obviously going to be some posts that were posted throughout the week. But if you go back, you'll see our candy skull, which we'll talk about the patch here in a second. The old school candy skull in black and white with the Shooting Surplus Leatherwood Distillery logo and our logo below, and then it says giveaway. If you go to that post, you follow all three brands, Shooting Surplus, Leatherwood Distillery, ourself. You tag two friends, and in that tag, you comment your favorite gun of all time. That enters you for a chance to win $250 to Shooting Surplus, a gift card. That's $250. A gift card to Shooting Surplus. That's $250 to Shooting Surplus. That's ammo. That's gun whatever you want right now in this crazy ass fucking time. That's $250 to Shooting Surplus. Some bourbon from Leatherwood Distillery. I'll let you choose. I got so many to choose from. And if not, we can hit up Andy if there's something else you want. But we've got several to send, so we'll send it to you. You must be 21 years of age for me to send that to you. How I'm going to verify that, we'll get to that later, but we'll have to verify it, right? And then obviously some swag from us, some unreleased swag. We got some coming out that we'll talk about in a little bit, as well as the patches. So go hit that post, do what the post says, get it done. We'll announce, so we're recording Friday with the director of Aimpoint Training USA, Buckner. You saw him on one of the previous shows with Pushing the Line. We're going to be back with Track System at Texas Gun Experience. We'll announce the winner on that show. And I haven't determined if I'm going to tag them that day or go ahead and wait for the episode to drop and then let them learn, and then we'll tag on that following Wednesday. So either way, you need to get your submissions in by next Friday. Recording, we will press record at 3 p.m. live at Texas Gun Experience. So that's when you'll have to do that. And so just so y'all know, we did a little bit different today. My wife is mic'd up behind the camera today. So as we sit in our house, she's mic'd up. What were you just telling me? She's trying to text me something and move, I don't know what the fuck she's trying to tell me.
The episode with Buck is on the 25th.
Okay, yeah, the 25th. So everybody knows this Friday. They know when the episode's dropping. Talking to your mic, it's your first time talking to the mic. She just turned red because she's so fucking embarrassed. So welcome to the show, my beautiful bride. We're not going to say names. You're not going to see her on video camera. We rarely ever post, other than other stuff we post about her. But she's jumping on the show to help out here, but she's completely embarrassed. I don't even know how to explain it. So the 25th, yes. So make sure you get your submissions in so you get a chance to win the money, and we'll go from there. So on that note, we are recording next Friday up at Texas Gun Experience. And I want y'all to know, if you ever want to stop in and pop in to listen to the recording of the show, feel free to do so. We record a lot at Texas Gun Experience, and a lot of times we're posted beforehand. So if you want to do that, you want to stop by, just shoot us a DM so I don't just wonder who the fuck's walking into my interview room, because we all do carry guns when we're interviewing, and I never know who's coming in there. So just hit us up ahead of time, and we'll make sure to get you squared away. So, all right, let's talk about a couple different things before we get into answering some of your questions. So we had the last swag drop, which was the what the fuck was that? What was the shirt? I'm trying to think.
Shirt?
Yeah, the last shirt we did. I think I'm wearing it. Yeah,
it.
The American Dagger shirt. Yeah, what the hell? So the American traditional American Dagger shirt, we sold quite a bit of them. We didn't hit our quota, so I kind of posted on why we're trying to sell these shirts, and we'll kind of go into why in our goal for May. Our goal is to get down to Florida coming up. We have several shows we want to do down there. I can't mention all of them, but one of them we'll talk about with Flamingo Tactical LLC in a range day event to benefit the Danny Dietz Foundation. And Tradecraft Range with Anthony DeSaro and his wife. We're going to sit down. My wife and I are going to sit down with him and his wife, because a lot of people don't know that my wife was in law enforcement. So we were both cops and they were both cops. It's just a good dynamic. We had a good time when we chatted with them last time. So go down there, shoot some guns, interview them. Our goal is to get out to BNT as well in Florida. So we're trying to work on that. So if anybody's got any more BNT plugs, we're hitting them from every which way, kind of like, the Ukrainians are hitting Putin in their fucking tanks. We're trying to hit them on multiple different fronts. So hit them up, because we really want to go out there in Florida, see the factory that's going on there. And we also working on another brand I don't necessarily want to drop, but just yet, just because, well, I just don't want to drop it yet. I probably should, because I know people would be like, holy cow, but I'm not going to just yet. So there's several things we're wanting to do out in Florida. That's expensive. Our goal is to try to drive there. Yes, we've got sponsorships and stuff, and a lot of people don't understand necessarily how the sponsorships work. A lot of this expensive gear you see here, a lot of that money just goes straight towards that. So our goal is to get down to Florida, and by doing that, we're selling the shirt. So we were about 15 to 20 short on this shirt, and our goal is we're going to drop another one. So with that being said, we had the slaps last one, which are still up on the website. Feel free to go check them out and buy them. Jerry Saylor. I love American traditional tattoos, and so I love Jerry Saylor. It's really old school. 4 of my favorite designs on here, except Little Bird. I don't know why the fuck I chose a Little Bird, but
sparrow.
Huh?
It's a sparrow. That's American traditional.
No, I know it's American traditional, but I don't know why I chose a fucking sparrow. So, but an eagle, which is on the back of my calf. I love the snake and skull. And then I love the old school pinups, and I love her in a martini glass because I always want to put you in a martini glass.
Oh my God.
Anyways. So we decided that what we're going to do to that is turn it into our shirt. So we're going to be dropping these. Can you see them?
Mm-hmm. I love them.
Yeah,
I love the
can you
teal.
see them?
Yeah, I can see it.
So it's essentially the sticker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all tangled up in this fucking mic. And then the front is the font that we did.
Are you going to brag on it?
Designed by yours truly.
Uh-huh.
Truly. So a lot of our other shirts have been designed by other people. And I got to give a shout out for the shirt, the American Dagger shirt. We had met Tough Ass Tats. You can go look them up at Tough Ass Tats. Tough Ass Tats. TUFFASSTATS. We met him out at the FPC event down at said ranch. And we kind of kicked it off with him, and I knew he was into American traditional, so I reached out to him to have, give him some support and have him design it. So I just told him to run with it. I said I want an American Dagger with our logo, so that's why he designed this one. And but this one I designed myself. I mean, other than the fact that I'm not Jerry Saylor and he does badass old school tattoo stuff, but so those are going to be coming out. April 1st is the drop. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the beginning of the month. You'll have just got paid, so no excuses. And I would like to do at least 100 of them, 50 to 100. That would cover all expenses for our trip. That means our gas. So fuck you, Joe Biden, because the gas is going to be so fucking expensive. And we're trying to figure out if we're going to fly, what's going to be cheaper. So either way, the gas is going to go up, so flying may not be possible. And I really don't want to drive that much, but we may have to. So if that's the case, gas is going to kill us. So we decided, let's go ahead and put out another shirt and help cover cost of that. So with that being said, April 1st also drops our Candy Skull patches. Everybody really loved this patch or this design. And, well, I really loved it. And people kept asking for it to bring it back. And I didn't want to necessarily bring it back in a shirt. And how else? Well, everybody keeps asking us for patches, and I guess our patch game is weak as shit. So we decided to come out with patches. So we're gonna drop these patches as well, and no idea on price yet. But we only got a little limited number. The number you're seeing on this desk in front of this Triarch rifle is all I have available for you, and we're not gonna remake them. So our goal is to never remake anything that we drop. I just want things to be special, and it forces y'all to catch things when we drop them. So that's going to be our Florida trip. That's what we're trying to do and why we're trying to raise money here. This isn't like trying to pocket all this money from drops and everything. I'm not Tack Hunt Fish, and I won't be. That's a whole different level of drop game. This is just to help us get out to Florida, help cover the cost, hotel, possibly rental cars and gas. So if gas was $1.50, we wouldn't have to think about this. But, we have a great president that's doing such a great job. And everybody, the entire organization, the entire administration, I'm just completely I support everything they're doing. I'm so thankful to them. I look at Nancy Pelosi and
Hope
Kamala
nobody
Harris.
catches just this bit.
I hope you do catch this bit and know that I completely support our president and I believe in you. And, I pray for you each and every day. Anyways, that's how I feel about that. And, for the first time in 10 years of marriage, or how long have we been fucking married? Yeah, about 10 years.
No, we've been together for 11.
Yeah, been together 11, going on 10 years of marriage. Close to it. Yeah, we actually were like, all right, we got to watch gas. Yeah. And we've and we make a good living, but it's ridiculous. $125 to fill up the beast, and that's expensive. So, okay. The next thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is it's kind of a product review, and I've only had my hands on it now for about a week and a half, and I know y'all been seeing us post about it. But it's this bad boy right here. And I'll preface, I don't have the Incendus Thermal right now by Accufire Tech. It's out right now on a pig hunt. We kind of got these as T&Es for an operation that we're going to be doing for the next couple unforeseen time. And by the way, that's why I look like pure shit. This whole meat.
I love it.
Yeah, she loves it. She's always wanted a man with a beard, and this is not a beard. This looks like I fucking got the mange, and I got sick, and I got half my face falling out. I look utterly disgusting, but whatever. So Anyways, at least somebody finds me attractive. So we have this. This is the Accufire Tech spotting scope. And when I mean this thing is absolutely incredible, is an understatement. So I don't have the thermal with me, and I wish I could show you that. You can go on the website. There's a lot of other thermals on the market. I understand that. That thermal is absolutely awesome. We've been love playing with it. We've been using it on a couple tracks. Absolutely love its application. I think it's great. Slap on, handheld, especially for duty use. The price point's great. But this is what's going to set this company apart, and I truly believe that. We're real picky about our gear, okay? Y'all know that anything we carry and use, we typically use on duty or, on hunting or whatever it may be. So we choose top quality things. We choose things that we want to last and use. And application is a huge one. And part of that application is for duty use, right? And not only just shooting and duty use, but this thing is just and this is the Noctis, okay, which is their digital spotting scope. And I don't know how. I mean, I can see the hair on a tick's ass from like a mile away. It really is just truly awesome. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the features and what we've been using it for. For snipers, for sniper training, shooting, it's awesome, right? That's where it shines. Anybody knows, spotting scope, great. I'm going to talk to you real quick, a lot of my LE guys, that if you're in a covert capacity, if you're in a capacity where you can use a spotting scope, this is going to change the game of surveillance. And have you been switching cameras? Mm-hmm. Oh, God, I've just got to keep her in check. Anyways, this camera was blinking at me. So anyways, I'm totally ADD. So anyways, this will allow you to shine even further in your covert capacity. I'm not going to tell y'all what I do. It is plain clothes, and some of the people close to us knows what we do. But we've been using it in different capacities. Been able to put this thing in the back of a vehicle and watch from 800 yards away, parked where nobody's going to see a good eye. 800 yards away, put this in the back, sit up in my front seat, get on my phone, and watch what this is seeing. I can take photos with it, video to it. It comes with it has an SD card right here, like a micro SD, and my fucking fat fingers won't let me get it out. So a micro SD card right here that records to it. So for evidence purposes, you've got a target package. You've got SWAT. You've got a hit that's going to come up. I know, most teams do a rolling surveillance prior to taking videos of everything, entries, exits, A side, B side, D side, whatever. Now you can do this from far away and have video of it without even possibly burning it. No more sitting in that stupid-ass minivan with what you believe to be netting from a sniper team and trying to peek out the glass and all that. Just keep it easy. Park down the street, get good video, and then do a drive-by if need be. It's just a lot safer. We posted some photos. We had a license plate we were trying to get to about, I think it was like 905 yards. I was able to pick up the license plate, and we weren't even close. So I really think this is going to change the game, and this is only the first generation. So imagine they're getting in the game now with this, and the generations to come further, truly awesome. So 4 CR123A batteries. They come with batteries that are rechargeable, CR123 batteries. It also comes with, I guess like you would call it like a sunscreen for the back. So if it's too bright or anything, your screen, you can adjust this. You also have infrared capabilities. You can do a powered USB to cigarette lighter port in your vehicle. Battery pack, they offer a battery pack extension. The battery life's actually been pretty decent. I left it running an entire, probably we were out there about 6 hours, had it running, and then right towards the end I had to change batteries. And so I just had stuff charging. But I mean, if you got access to a cigarette lighter, you just plug it in and keep it charged. All kinds of different reticles, specifically reticles that I believe work with all their scopes, and some of the other ones that I've seen in some other scopes platforms. But when I'm talking about, so it's 30 power to 120, so 30 times by 120 times. And we actually went to demo it to our headquarters in a pretty large building somewhere in Texas. And yeah, I mean, they could see all down the way. Some of the older men were really excited because there's a lot of rooftop hotel pools. And so I have a feeling the only reason our agencies are going to buy these are for that purpose. And you know exactly who I'm talking to, and I know you watch the show. So you sick fuck. Anyways, so really is a game changer. I was pleasantly surprised we were trying to pick up some new gear for some operations that we've got coming up, and I reached out to Brandon over at Accufire, and they're always so helpful. We've met them over the last year, and like to do more with them. And I kind of went into it really excited, but reserved as far as okay, like I'm really going to try to put this thing to the test and see, okay, is this good application for what we need for a unit, and then also, like, personally, I can tell you that if I got the extra cash, I would be buying one of these personal use as well. But I really do believe for law enforcement, this is a game changer for anything that anybody does in surveillance, and not just shooting. That is without saying, right? Like, this is made for that. I just really want people to think about something different, another tool to have in their tool belt. Instead of just having a camera or spotting scope, this thing is compact. What I did was one of the other times we put it up on the dash of the car, I put my camera, or put my hat over it, was able to still see. Nobody knows what's up. And plus, I was so far away, nobody's going to know anything anyways. So Accufire Technologies, they just started the pre-sale on them. I think the MSRP, I think the list price was $1167, I believe. If you're an agency or a department that is interested in this, and I know we have a lot of police officers, a lot of different units, get with me and I'll get you in contact with Brandon for any LE sales, especially for your units. I can't speak highly enough about this, and I really do think everybody needs to check this out. If you're a shooter and you're a hunter, I mean, it goes without saying for zeroing your rifle, or if you're long distance shooter, goes without saying. But really, guys, I want y'all to start taking into consideration, if you're in law enforcement, just to think about something a little bit different. And yeah, it's awesome. So anything on that, wife? She has no fucking clue. Anything on that? No. Okay. So I should give her more credit. She was a cop. So, and she can actually shoot she could actually shoot the hair off a flea's ass. So that this thing can see. Which on that note, and I haven't even told her this. We've got some stuff that we're going to be that we talked with for track for pushing the line is kind of getting more geared towards a lot of our female officers. So we're going to have her on the show shooting, and we're just not going to tell her. And then, yeah.
If Brittany May's there.
Well, Brittany may be there. And there's some other shooters over at track that are females that are really, really good shooters. And
yes, that's true.
Yeah. They're all badasses. So, okay, what next?
You going to answer those questions?
Keep me on track. Oh, yeah. But before we do that, I do want to talk to y'all about one of the reasons we are going down to Florida. And I guess, are we signed for Flamingo?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good to go.
So we're good to go. So it actually just happened a second ago. So we are bringing on a new sponsor, and kind of one of the reasons why we're really going down to Florida. It's not the only reason. It was just added to it, and it made sense. And Jaime is I don't even know if I should say that, but I guess he should. Most everybody that goes to the course knows what he is. He's a law enforcement officer, and I'll get with him if I need to dub that out. But he's a law enforcement officer in Florida, and he started a training company, I believe it was last year, called Flamingo Tactical LLC. And he's a firearms training company. And kind of been watching what he's doing, and he's growing. And we love supporting our Florida guys out there. And he's kind of tied into the same circles. And we saw that he had this range day coming up, and we've kind of started talking up more. And he reached out to me. He was like, hey, I'm interested in supporting the show, and which is an honor because, not being, a huge training company, I know every bit of where they, especially as a company, and we know every bit of investment into something, even small or big, at that level is big. And so it was, I really appreciate Jaime and for reaching out and wanting to take part in sponsorship of the show. And, at that portion, right? Because to reach out to us, I'm like, man, we're small potatoes compared to a lot of other people. So thank you for that. So Flamingo Tactical LLC is officially a sponsor of the show. And what we've kind of got working with him is this coming up month, coming into April. Yeah. We're going to do a show with him, and I'm going to allow him to talk a lot about himself because he's a veteran officer, does a lot within his community there. But I want to talk to you about the range day that's happening May 21st there in Florida at one of his ranges, and we'll go into his specifics. But that day is going to be all proceeds, all benefits of it are going to go to the Danny Dietz Foundation. If anybody knows about Navy SEAL Danny Dietz, make sure you go check it out. We will be posting stuff about it. We'll be hitting that pretty hard, sharing a lot of the other stuff. that's going on. So our way of him wanting to sponsor us is us, helping him and putting him in contact with companies and brands that maybe can help with the range day out there. We're excited about it. We're going to bring some guns. We're going to go out there and shoot, video record, get some stuff, get some content, get a podcast going out there, as well as give him a show in April to where he can kind of tell us a little bit about it. So for a lot of the brands that watch the show, I've reached out to a few of y'all. If you're interested in helping out and you own a company, or you want to donate money to the range day, or you want to donate to Jaime, to that specifically to the range day, donate and know that your money's not going necessarily just to Flamingo Tactical LLC, but it's going to support that range day to raise money for the Danny Dietz Foundation. Jaime told me that each year, I think this will be the second year, it's growing little by little. And he wants it to continue to grow, and everything he does during that day goes towards Danny Dietz Foundation. So, but there's also chances for you to win some badass stuff, some awesome prizes. So, like raffles and everything that are going to be taken out there that day. Some gear. We know a couple brands that are involved, so it's freaking awesome gear that's going to be provided to you. And plus, you get to come to Florida and shoot guns in the second greatest state in the nation, because the first is Texas. I apologize, Jaime, but we all know that's the truth. So make sure you go check out Flamingo Tactical LLC. He's only on Instagram right now. So he follows us. You can go to our friends page, or who we like or who we follow. I forget how that works. Find his page there and go give him some support prior to the event. And like I said, if you're a business or a company or an individual that wants to donate to that range day, hit me up, hit Jaime up. We'll get you in contact. I know specifically for like brands within the industry, firearms industry, he may be looking for some sponsors for that day. So please let us know. We're trying to connect them with some. I reached out to a few of y'all. So if I forgot to reach out or anything, or you're interested in it, please hit us up and let us know, and we'll get you in contact. So we bring on, and we thank you so much, Jaime, for wanting to support the show, but it's really our time to be able to support you, and we're excited about getting down to Florida and really just shooting guns and having a good time down there. So thank you. You'll see a link on our website to him as well. So you can go up into our link tree, head down to our sponsors page on our website, and click on the link to Flamingo Tactical, and I'll link it to his Instagram page. So, yeah. Go ahead. You got something to say?
I do.
Go ahead.
The Danny Dietz Foundation. Do you want to explain what that is, or is that well known?
Well, I'm going to allow Jaime to go into it in the show, but make sure you go check out. I apologize. Attack on Fish is poisoning me with their cup. I'm going to allow him to explain it on the show and us really go into the details on it. But the website is on there, and he was one of the Navy SEALs from Lone Survivor. Mm-hmm. If you remember reading that book. So Marcus Luttrell, oh gosh, there's so many of them. Murphy. Yep. I don't want to start naming them because then I forget about them, and I'm horrible at that. I apologize. So I don't want to leave anybody out. Putting me on the spot right now, make me feel like a douchebag. But yeah, we'll be able to put a link up on the thing for the Danny Dietz Foundation. We'll put that in the post, especially the post that we are going to when we announce the sponsorship.
But overall, the foundation it's dedicated to special ops, first responders, and their surviving families. So kind of covers not only special forces but also any first responder. So it seems like a really amazing organization and foundation.
Yeah. So it's really cool. I think, so we really wanted to try to help him grow. I know he was kind of talking about some of the numbers and everything like that. And so we're trying to blow up those numbers, and we got to bring, we know we got a lot of followers in Florida. So, you know who you are and listen to the show. And so we're trying to get them all connected and, get them involved. Which reminds me, I need to reach out to Tradecraft, to get him in contact with, him. So
definitely
I'm going to do that. So, all right. Anything else on announcements?
Nope. You want to plug Flamingo Tactical's IG? It's just Flamingo _Tactical _LLC.
There you go. She just plugged it.
There you go.
So, yeah, really excited about that. It's going to be a good time. So that's another reason we want to get down to Florida is go down there and support them and just have a good day and support that foundation. And I will tell you this, we've got extra money down there. You know that we'll be spending it there for the Danny Dietz Foundation. So we just got to get down there. That's one of the first goals. So, all right. So, all right, let me see here. I got to look up all the questions y'all wanted me to be asked when we posted it to the story in regards to this episode. Let me find it. All right, first off, I'm not going to name names. You know who you are. I don't know what a rom-com is. Or what was it?
Romantic?
A rom-com, yeah. And so I learned that it's a romantic comedy.
Yes.
I don't do romantic comedies.
You do, though.
What do I do?
Okay.
I mean, I know what I do.
I kind of consider Wedding Crashers.
See, I just think that's a fucking
Sort
comedy.
of, because there is romance in it.
What romance?
There's some serious romance at the end.
What's serious romance?
What's his face?
What's her crazy
with,
ginger freaking wanting to do him on the toilet with?
They get married at the end.
Okay, yeah.
And then the other couple, what's Rachel McAdams?
I don't know who Rachel McAdams is. Is that
She's
that's the dude that?
girl.
Yeah. See, that's a movie I've never watched. I've never watched.
Seen the
No,
Notebook?
and nor will I ever. And we got
Now,
no
that's
kids
just
tonight.
pure
We got no kids tonight, and I'm not watching the fucking Notebook. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I guess back in the day, I was a huge Meg Ryan fan. But I fucking loved Meg Ryan. Not the new Meg Ryan. God Almighty, she's got some issues with some lip filler. She looks like she's gone through a battle with a bee. But like old school Meg Ryan in You've Got Mail.
Oh yeah,
but that's not a romantic comedy. I learned, I guess. So nobody really knows what a romantic comedy is. So I apologize. You know who you are. I have nothing for you. I mean, I don't even know. See, when she doesn't even know what a romantic comedy is.
No, I do know. That's exactly what it is. I'm just trying to look up some popular ones to
but what in You've Got Mail was funny?
I guess not really.
I mean, if you're going to add comedy into the word romantic, allow it to be funny, but I don't put Wedding Crashers as a romantic comedy. I just call that a comedy.
Well, I guess it's... Yeah,
I mean, if that's the case, we should call Swingers freaking a romantic comedy too. Like the original one.
Look, they're even considering some animated romantic animation comedies. Rio.
Which is what?
The one with the birds from Brazil. That's a great one.
Oh, yeah, the bluebird, the blue macaw, which is my dream animal. I would love to have a... What are they called? Blue hyacinths?
Yeah.
But see, like, that's just... To me, that's a cartoon. So we're wanting to give names to... Yeah, see, it's just ridiculous.
There's so many, though.
Okay, name another one. What's another romantic comedy?
There's like so many that they're listed here. Hold on.
I can't hear you if you're not going to talk into the
When
mic.
Harry Met Sally. That's an old one. Hold on. Oh, how about Eternal Sunshine?
Don't even know what Eternal Sunshine is. Never heard of that movie in my life.
Really? Oh, that's a great one. While You Were Sleeping.
Okay, I can't. You got to talk into the mic.
Okay, sorry.
This is her first time using the mic. She's learning. Oh, my God.
I don't know. There's a bunch. It's really whatever has comedy and romance in it.
Yeah, but none of those I feel are comedy. So, yeah, so I don't even know what to give you. I guess I'll say Wedding Crashers. I mean, if that's the case, then we need to put in
oh, that's a great one.
Anchorman 2. I mean, there's a love in there, right? I mean, so is that a romantic comedy? Yeah. Stop giving everything names that don't need names. Like that's, you know, there's a comedian that had a great joke. Like he came to America and we do everything like, and we always have to separate everything. Like I'm going to go day drinking and then night drinking. Like why can't it just be fucking drinking? Like why in America do we separate everything? Like just let it be drinking. Just let it be a comedy. Just let it be a romantic. But if we start, you know, saying it's a romantic comedy, it gets all confusing. All right, next question. What was the next question? You're going to start.
Oh, that's a good one too. Sorry, now you got me looking at all
Okay,
this.
well, don't. So we got to keep going on the show. So
okay.
What's next?
Oh, I really like this one. What's your favorite childhood memory? See, I like the more serious.
Yeah, whatever.
Come on, there's got to be something.
Favorite childhood memory.
Soak the.
Yeah, so I was a fucking pain in my parents' ass. Let's be honest. And she watches the show, and so there's a lot she still just doesn't even know, which is sad. But I would say childhood would probably be Camp Mongoose.
Oh my, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. So
when we went there.
Well, you didn't even get to see it the real way. The way Camp Mongoose was meant to be. So
explain where you grew
it's
up.
about one of the only, you know, it's one of the only felonies I committed prior to, and my background investigators know about it, so don't even try. And I know you watch the show, so don't even try. So I grew up in Bernie, Texas, prior to Black Rifle Coffee. No, they don't own Bernie.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, like, I mean, there's so many people that are moving into Bernie now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Bernie used to just be Main Street, and there was nothing else there. And, like, you knew all the cops, you knew everybody there, and now it's like, you know, all these rich dudes, and I love Black Rifle Coffee, but everybody thinks that's what Bernie's known for. No, Bernie was known for Maggie's, one of the best Mexican restaurants ever before, and that's fucking it. But yeah, didn't have a lot to do. Some friends of mine, grew up on some property and decided to find a construction area, maybe a big house that was being built, possibly, and find some of the wood that wasn't being used, that was kind of close to the trash bin. Take that and build like this massive fort. And I'm going to let you deduct on why it was called Camp Mongoose. Mangoes, but we call it Camp Mongoose. Anyway, so we had these huge walls and saloon doors and signage, and we had, I mean, bro, it wasn't camping, but it was like our style of glamping. The amount of alcohol that was consumed at this place was astronomical. And it wasn't named until one night. I had a group of friends with, you know, several girls that were there. And yeah, so I just was sitting back hanging out with one of my friends.
Yeah, you were just in the background, right?
No, I was. This is why it was called.
Oh.
So, and drinking, and I sat back, and all of a sudden I saw that, like, there's two girls and their tops are off, and I was just like, we're going to call this.
You covered your eyes and ran away.
No,
crying.
I didn't at all. I didn't at all. But we called it Camp Mongoose for that reason. So, and then it was deemed that, and we kept it up for a long time, and rebuilt it several times. And we had times when we had video game stuff going on out there.
That was pretty far back in the woods too to have all that.
Yeah, it was a hike,
back there.
and we had to do it at night so nobody would know. So, like, when we were taking all this wood, many things went on. And then when we decided to burn it all down, or at least portions of the wall, the fire got so big, the rancher behind called, I think my family, or called 911, which reached out to my parents and said he saw the fire from there. And we're like, holy shit, this is a big fire. And all I remember was one of my buddies so pissed drunk running with a T-bar and nearly speared my buddy in the chest, and then trying to jump over this fire. And needless to say, we don't drink anymore. I'm just kidding. How
old were you? Say that? Teenager.
Yeah, I'll say teenager.
Yeah.
We'll keep it at that.
Okay.
I don't want to piss mom off too much, although she knew what was going on. She
Can't
exactly
wait
knew.
for Braden to get into all this.
But say, hey, look, here's what I looked at it as, right? Like, we could have, I mean, granted, we were around some, you know, kids doing stupid shit, and we were doing stupid shit, but at least we were, you know, this was our stupid shit.
I consider
that's our
this
worst.
not that bad.
Now, I will say, one of the nights out at Camp Mongoose being completely obliterated, and then getting very bored, we were like, what are we going to do? And so we decided to go to Walmart, and we bought up every bit of soap they had off the shelf of, like, what do you call it? I forget what kind of soap it was. Like soap. I mean, like, what the fucking washing?
Like hand soap.
Not hand soap. No, you don't use hand soap. There's
detergent.
Detergent, right?
Yeah.
So we went and purchased it all, about $275, what was left of the Tide on the shelf. And it's like 2 a.m, and we even passed one of the Bernie police officers. I forget his name. I ended up, well, anyways, I don't want to give away too much because they'll be able to track me down. But yeah, ended up working with him later on. And they're like, hey, what are you doing with all the soap? And we're like, oh, we're making a slip and slide. That's the first thing that one of my buddies could think of. And we're like, a slip and slide at 3 o'clock in the morning. Shut the fuck your mouth. What are you talking about? And so we decided to go. In Bernie, there was 2 huge fountains heading into Bernie off Highway 46. And there was a big fountain off of Main Street, which is like the town square. And at night, like at 2 or 3 in the morning back then, it was like dead. You'd see like 1 or 2 cars. You'd see these 1 or 2 cops, but you knew where they were hiding out behind Bare Moon Bakery. So you knew what to watch for. And we decided to soap all these fountains. So we soaped them and then went back out to the house. And like, we weren't going to wait for the suds to come up. And then we started getting like calls and texts and saying, hey, did y'all have anything to do with it? Everybody knew us. Like there's this group of guys. Everybody knew us. And we were hellions. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, it was like, I just drove everybody everywhere. That was my thing. Like, I was one of the only few that had the car. So, and we were like, what are you talking about? So we went to Maggie's. We were going to go to Maggie's to get breakfast tacos. And, we're driving down 46, and all of a sudden we look ahead, and it's just like this white thing is going across the thing, and then it hits this car that's speeding past, and we're like, what the hell is that? And we go out there, and there's security and there's police officers like trying to stop the suds flying onto Highway 46 to block traffic. And I'm not kidding. This is not over exaggerating. It was taller than the security guard shack at this neighborhood. And it was the funniest thing watching the same cop who we saw that night at the Walmart trying to stop a giant sud from going onto the highway. And them so frustrated and them having no clue that we're driving by. And then it progressively got worse. We drove down to the river where the dam was at, and the entire dam, if anybody knows where the Bernie River is, the bottom of the dam, the suds were all the way up at the top. The ducks were coming out of the suds. And then we were like, oh, wow, this is not good. Like, if we get caught, this is criminal mischief. And then we decided to take a right down, and you kind of drive a little bit down from 46 onto Main Street. And it was the same thing, like stop traffic. We were wondering what was going on. It was suds just pouring onto Main Street. So yeah, I had a good time.
Like something out of a cartoon.
Yeah, it was
imagine.
Very much so. Yeah. That same day we ran over a peacock. It was just a weird day, but it was a lot of fun. So, I mean, it could have been worse, right? I could have been out murdering somebody.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah. I mean, to us, that's what that was what you did. Like, you just did stupid shit. Dumb things. We did a lot of camping. We would just find random spots and camp, and it was always the same group of dudes, and we played music and hung out, and yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, all right, next.
I don't know. I think those are the only two.
No, there was there was a training place.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the other ones was, and there was a few that we missed, and we apologized. We thought we had screenshotted some of the ones that were posted, so we apologize that we weren't able to get to all of them, and nor could I have gotten to all of them today anyways. But so I think the question was, like, favorite training location and why, and what kind of training it was. So I've had a chance to be able to do some training with, and I know everybody, special forces, blah, blah, blah. But there was specifically one training at a location that the agency I work for had seized during investigation, and had the opportunity to go out. If you're in Texas or you're part of a DevGru unit, especially if you're out, I forget what group is down here. I think it's fifth group, or seventh. I forget what group is down here. You'll know which one I'm speaking of, but it's this massive compound. And so we did some training with some BORTAC guys and SOF individuals, and we essentially, during the day, we got to train, and I guess you would call it that, and then at night we were their actors. So they would fly in on Blackhawks. There was ISR overhead, and we were the terrorist, and there was either a capture kill mission or hostage mission. And I got to say, and I don't even think I told you this story. There was so the first night we absolutely obliterated them, and they were actually very surprised because, all we do is CQB. All we do is clear houses every single day and make entries. So they were a little bit surprised, and I guess this group was a lot newer group, and of course, like the BORTAC guys, they're just on a different level, right? So they could obliterate anything on any day. But specific group was a new group of soft dudes, and they were in some workups, and I for whatever reason, it was a new unit of some sort. And not to say that they were bad at all, but we just, on the first night, and I will preface this, they had been training all day with UFC fighter, and then been rolling all, so they were gassed. And so they landed their helicopters, and they had to assault these two compounds, and we're in there, and we're, with our, sim guns, and we just obliterated them. And so they were a little bit frustrated, and we knew it was going to be payback the second night. And on the second night, when it was payback, like, that one dude, they assault over this wall, and of course they're in night vision, we're not, and they assault over this wall, and they're assaulting, and my friend and I are at the bottom of the stairs, and so we just start laying down rides towards the sniper, and you could just see a little bit of their the cast off from their MBGs, and I was like, I'm not going to go down when I get hit. Like, fuck that. I'm going to keep shooting. So I'm just trying to kill as many of them, even though they're hitting me. Like, not realistic at all. And so it turns out it was the same dude. He starts stitching me up. I mean, just stitches me. And then as he's running towards me to continue the assault on the building, I just feel like over my back again. And I'm like straight up my ass, like straight into my back. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And all I hear is, don't ever fucking do that again. And then he keeps running. And come to find out it was the same dude that made the mistake of passing the threshold as the number one dude. And I just lit him up the night before. And so it was payback. And it just so happened he was the dude. It was one-on-one, and I wasn't doing what I was supposed to. And he payback. And I still have scar on my back. And so it was a really good time. But at the end of that night, which was the final night, in this compound is like this small area, and it's all these fortified walls and stuff, and there's a small area, and so they're due to rescue the hostage and bring the hostage out to the bird. And we're like, are they gonna leave and egress out of this area? And so we're sitting there, and of course, like, it's calmed down now, and we know the scenario is necessarily over, and they're only supposed to simulate getting the hostage on the helicopter, and which was a Black Hawk. And so we're sitting there talking to the soft guys while they're waiting. And all of a sudden we hear the bird coming. Like, and of course they're flying under MBGs. And we hear the bird coming. And then all of a sudden, like, you can just kind of see over the crest of the trees, just this fucking Black Hawk hauling ass. And I'm like, okay, like, how is this going to put the brakes on? And all I see is this Black Hawk flare and then land in this small little area. I mean, I don't even know what to describe. I mean, no bigger than this. Bigger than this office, but like, I don't even know how to explain. Blew our minds. And even the guy that I'm talking to was a soft guy. And there was a couple of BORTAC guys. They were like, holy cow, that was crazy. Turns out it was a female pilot that flew. And they said, I guess talking to their TL, they're saying that she's one of the best pilots they've ever worked with for this soft team. Awesome. And and so it was pretty cool. Like, yeah. So that was
we're a little more detailed.
Huh?
We're just a little more detailed, you know?
I guess.
For sure.
I mean,
probably should be more female pilots out there.
There are a lot of female pilots. Here we go. The feminists. Go. My name's Kamala.
Oh my!
Women power, vice presidency.
Yeah, that's just a fact.
Okay. Don't ever. I hope you never compare yourself. Women, be much more proud of yourself than Kamala is as vice president.
Oh, she's terrible.
So she's fucking horrible. She shouldn't be. She should not be what American women look up to in America today as a role model. There are so many other women in this world. That pilot flying around, tough ass, soft dudes that go around to kill dudes, landing in this small little patch of grass, which I still have no idea how to do, to me is much more of a powerful statement as a woman than Kamala Harris, and as vice president. Plus, we all know how she got there. If anybody wants to know how she got her job in San Francisco, hit me up. You know the story. So, anyways, so that's probably one of my favorite training times. We've gone to other things. I mean, we had Scott Jelinski out. That's one of my favorite pistol courses. I've had the chance to be able to train with a bunch of other things, and I know I don't put that out there a lot as far as that goes, and I keep some of that personal, just because I still kind of believe in OPSEC of that stuff. There's all kinds of cool videos and stuff we'll share eventually. I just kind of allow things to happen and then allow time to pass before I start sharing them, just because just personal, and I'm real big into, I don't think we need to tell everybody all the secrets that are out there, even though I don't have that many secrets, but I think everybody gets what I'm saying, especially as LE. So what else was there? I feel like there was one more that we were missing that we were going to talk about.
I was trying to scroll back and see if I could find it, but
well, we'll talk about real quick what's coming up. So we got Buckner of Aim Point USA. His episode is next week. Really excited about having him come back. I promise you it's not going to be all gun stuff. So he is like the world's most interesting man.
He really is.
And I haven't
gotta follow him.
Yeah, you need to follow. Yeah, absolutely. Long Highway Home.
Yep.
Long Highway Home. And
super inspirational.
Super inspirational.
Super deep.
Super deep. Like
very
I don't even know how to describe it. Like everything he says, I just feel like, man, I'm just super dumb. Like the way he looks at life, I wish I had that outlook sometimes because, you know, I posted something a long time ago. Like he was in a hotel, like, you know, he travels a lot for his job, and it was like this, you know, cheap hotel room. And it was, you know, he was talking about maybe the stories that were there before and stuff like that. And I was in my hotel for my job, and our GSA doesn't allow us to stay at nice hotels. So the pricing, and I took a photo of it, and it was just like some cum stained couch and some shitty room. God. And so I sent a picture, and I was talking about, like, this is where Buck would have, like, some nice words of, you know, life. And I'm just looking at this, like, there were so many fucking whores and prostitutes. How many times has this door been broken down? I'm, like, putting towels asleep on the bed.
Any hotel now, like, it doesn't even matter if it's a shithole. It could be, like, a nice hotel.
Because, like, nice hotels, like, I'm still, like, okay.
We did those stings when I was a cop, and they were, like,
but what hotels? La Quinta? I don't look at La Quinta as a nice hotel anymore.
I guess so. It was the one I walked into was nice, and I was like, "We are gonna do this op here."
Yeah, she sold herself for a hamburger one time,
and clothes.
Yeah, she sold herself for a hamburger and clothes. Yeah, I tried to sell myself to her for a hamburger and clothes.
Oh my God,
I don't get shit.
Back to Buck.
Anyway, so yeah,
it's the long highway home. Did you say that?
Yeah, the long highway home.
Yeah.
Just a great dude, and really excited to sit back down with him. We had a great time last time, and so philosophical. That's what I feel like. The word philosophical.
Yeah.
That's the word comes to mind. Really good time. And not only that, his expertise in the gun world is just astronomical. Oh, I remember what I was going to say, and we'll use this in closing because I don't even know how long we've been going.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Well, you can finish your thought.
No, go ahead, because it's going to pull on another. It's going to go a whole nother route.
It's a little deep. I don't even know if I should ask it. It just kind of came to me.
Okay.
Should I ask it?
Go ahead.
Okay. So we're going into our 3rd year. Did you realize that?
Mm-hmm.
And so my question is, after doing this for 2 years and all the different people you've met and their different definitions of what uncommon is, has your definition of uncommon changed?
No.
Still the same?
Yeah. Still the same. Yeah.
God, I thought you were going to give me something a little more Jesus.
No, fucking not. I mean, to me, I think a lot of people think when we ask that question that I'm looking for the same answer, and that's the thing. I'm not. I don't want uncommon should always be evolving. And I think but the things that need to be certain is staying true to yourself, and no matter what that self is. And I think if you watch, and you know, part of the reason why we did the show was to meet these individuals and get everybody's different definition of uncommon and grow through that. And I think the biggest thing is you notice everybody, you know, has the same, it's kind of like the same area of how they look at things. And a lot of those is just staying true to yourself and what you believe and whatever your beliefs are. Except if you're Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or Nancy Pelosi. I don't give a fuck what your beliefs are. Yeah, I think that, you know, I'm sure it's changed as far as getting more knowledge of what uncommon is, because that's the whole point of doing the show, right?
Right.
Like I'm just a simple dude, and our past host, just a simple dude. You just average dudes trying to do above average things and trying to surround ourselves with guys that look at things differently. But as far as like my definition of it, no, I think it stays as, you know, hasn't changed for me. If anything, we've just added more. What is uncommon?
Yeah, more reasons.
And just my biggest thing right now is like everything that's going on in this crazy ass world and all the fakeness and these influencers and people wanting to be influencers and all this bullshit and buying, you know, I posted a thing about buying followers and their mission in of themselves and what they look for and as identifying their own clout and, you know, the stuff they want to use as clout and, you know, being these LARPers or whatever it is. And even then, like, I'm all for guys having gear and all this stuff and how they put themselves out in social media. But are you trying to be yourself or are you trying to be somebody else?
Right.
And at the end of the day, like, those dudes are just fucking common ass dudes. And most of them haven't fucking done a damn thing. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, don't you want to separate yourself from other things? Like, a lot of that's cool, right? A lot of that's cool stuff and it's fun. But, like, do you want to be like everybody else?
Right. There's so many pages that are exactly the same.
Yeah, so many pages that are exactly the same
stuff.
And my thing is, like, what is their reasoning on doing things? And when you start to get to know people and you start to get into this industry, and I will never fucking call us influencers. I can't stand that shit.
But you kind of are influencing.
No,
people.
don't even go there.
Like
I don't like that at all.
I guess it's not influence.
Yeah, and here's the deal: we've kicked off a ton of followers. Like I go through followers, you know, and I'm like, you know, based on things that have happened or whatever, or you know, like I don't want bots. I don't want those things to be a part of our thing. Like when I meant it, when I said our followers are quality, and I put my followers up against your 50,000. If I go to a page, I see 50,000 likes or 50,000 friends, followers.
Yeah.
But you got 25 to 100 likes on a thing. The analytics are wrong, and those are bot followers. And then you go into there, and when I mean bot followers, I'm talking two things. Bot, B-O-U-G-H-T, and B-O-T. Like they're two things, right? And so I'll put our followers, I'll put all y'all up against any of those fake-ass bots any day of the week. And so we may not be at 10, 15,000 followers, and I'm fine with that because I believe the impact we're making here is spreading so much further than a lot of these other pages just for what they do for clout or whatever it is, gear, or, you know, you'll see people start. It's just crazy. It's a crazy industry.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason, and I'll bring that up, and that's the whole reason we wanted to change this culture and change this industry. Hence why you saw we're officially patent pending. I will not get into details of it because some other stuff is going on behind the pictures. But I posted the patent pending the other day on something that we've got going on and working on, and I've had it on, been working, you know, on it and the idea for quite some time. And one of the things was, in order to actually make change in this industry, you got to be in the industry. Yep. You got to find a way in with it. And yes, we are in the industry as far as brands that we're involved with and things we do and people we know, but are we truly in the industry to where we're embedded into an industry and a culture to where we can actually make change? Yeah, I guess in theory, but I want to be more rooted, and more rooted is growth and growing is coming up with ideas that are unlike other people's ideas and starting to branch out and do other things. So we will be updating our website. So we've secured uncommonline.com. So now we're the uncommonlinepodcast.com. It'll be Uncommon Line because we don't want to just be known as just a podcast. Mm-hmm. This was always the goal, was to be a brand, to branch out, to meet uncommon people, to do uncommon things within the world and within the industry. And we've just so happened to get a little bit more rooted within the industry and the people we know. And just were like, okay, no, like there needs to be some changes. And we're just tired of all the fake bullshit, fake ass people, fake things that happen. And we just want to add some reality to that. And so we want to put ourselves in a position where we can make those impacts and meet those people and make those changes and then circle back to be able to do those things through the show or not through the show. So we'll be referred to more as the UCL, right? UCL being Uncommon Line. But we will never sway from what we are and what we want to be and the people we want to surround ourselves from. So, yeah. So with that being said, we are patent. I'm an inventor now.
You are.
Not really. I mean, but kind of, but not really.
You have a lot of great ideas.
Yeah. So.
Should be proud of that.
Well,
we're not going to share too much now.
Yeah, we're not going to share. We're not going to share anything else about the idea. I will say there is something on this desk that would completely give it away, and you'll never guess it, and none of y'all will ever see it. And that's what the beauty of it is. But yeah, we're really excited about it. That'll be coming in a few months and stuff as we work through that and grow through that. But just as we go through these changes, we don't want you to think that we're not here or anything like that. We're growing. We're still doing things. Got some awesome stuff planned with Shooting Surplus down in Florida. We've got some awesome stuff going on with Triarch, supporting THF. By the way, speaking of Long Highway Home, Buck, your shorts are there. I bought Buck's shorts.
Oh.
So Buck commented on how short, he likes short. Buck is the man's man, right? Like shorts, right? Like shorts are not supposed to go towards your knees. Shorts are not supposed to have built-in netting, okay? Where, like, first off, if you're wearing built-in netting with underwear, you're not a man. That is my idea.
Oh, with underwear. Okay.
With underwear, right? So THF, yeah, back in the day, it was like Under Armour netted shorts. Fuck that now. I'm full on fucking man with shorts and Tack Hunt Fish. So thank you to Tack Hunt Fish. I ended up buying, I don't even know what I bought you, Buck, to be honest. So that's how much we believe in our brands. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, we get paid through sponsors and everything, but the money, like for some brands, go right back to them.
It sure does.
I mean, immediately.
Oh, fish.
So Roque's an evil man. He knows what he's doing. He absolutely 100% knows. He goes, yeah, I'll sponsor those guys because I want to make more money out of them. So, and not from y'all. I mean, from me personally, like the money goes right back to Roque. So, but that's, I mean, so the thing is like we truly support our brands. We truly love it. So much so that Buck was talking about short shorts. I immediately Instagrammed him and was like, no, you need these short shorts. I put a group chat with Roque and him, and I bought him a pair of shorts. So I sent them over to him. Shorts are on your porch. I know you just got home from Europe. I can't wait to see a photo of your shorts. I don't know. We talked about doing the whole entire episode with him in short shorts, THF shorts, but I think it's going to be a little bit cold. But
well, if you follow him on IG,
yeah,
I'm sure he'll.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he better post those shorts.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm fine with wearing shorts in cold weather. Y'all have seen me do it in the snow and everything. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be, cold as tits outside, and I'm going to be in shorts. So thanks to THF. Your shorts are there, Buck. And on that note, with THF, make sure you go buy some shorts from them. Some awesome drops coming up. I know I just saw that they're coming out with the peacock shorts. I mean, the dude's a man of genius. He sees a fucking YouTube video of a lady bringing a peacock, which is a support animal. I hope that's fake.
Oh, I saw that on the
I
plane.
absolutely hope that's fake. Yeah. I hope that is not real. But nowadays, I never know. And now he's dropping peacock shorts. That's awesome. So, yeah, just peacocking around here. I'm going to peacock in my peacock shorts. Just peacocking around this whole fucking house. So, also, we're going to be doing more episodes from here. We're going to be doing some product reviews, some of the stuff that's coming up. I'm due to get my hands on some new guns. My wife just flipped me off for some reason.
You're at an hour.
Oh, cool. I didn't even know that. I thought she flipped me up. She held up one. So we'll be doing more stuff from here, doing some product reviews. I'm not going to do product reviews like some of these other dudes. I mean, why? There's so many other dudes doing product reviews, and I'm not them. Like, I'm just going to give you my honest opinion on stuff, and we'll hang out and talk about other stuff, not just the product. But try to look at it as a different realm, an idea.
Promote stuff you believe in.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's like,
it's easy
that's
for
what
me
makes
to
us different from influencers. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, to me, an influencer's like, yeah, put anything out there. Let me get that. Let me get this. And it's like, for example, and I'll put this out there. We've been talking to Shooting Surplus about B&T. I just freaking love their product.
Right. And
there's a great need for it in the market. And there's going to be some influencers out there that'll go and get them before us and all that. And that's fine, But I just truly believe there's a need within my work realm and some other realms for PCCs. And in talking to Chark, I'm not going to sit here and hold another AR-15 up, when I support Chark. Like, they're my rifle. That's my gun. I love it. Like, yeah, there's other great guns out there, but I'm not going to do them. Now, PCCs, they sell B&T, which, by the way, they got a few for sale at the shop, and you can use our discount code, the UCL, and they've got one that's a special edition that's awesome. But doing stuff like that and looking at it through a different glass, because I could sit here and do a product review like, a lot of these other pages are. And there's some great pages that do great product reviews, and I watch them, and they're awesome, and I support them, and we know them personally, but I'm not going to go do the same thing,
right.
So, in the Uncommon Kitchen, now y'all been asking about it. We're going to do it more. We had some hiccups with some, yeah. We had some hiccups, and it wasn't able to progress the way it did. Yeah. But the kitchen's done. We're obviously in the new house, and I'm going to start putting that out there. Y'all always ask for the recipes. I just need to find, she's going to do it. No, I don't need to find it. She's going to do it. And another camera person, so we have two camera people to be able to do it, because it's a big undertaking to be able to do that. So, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to our, it's not Bumble, Rumble. What the fuck is Bumble? Is Bumble something?
That's like the dating app.
Yeah, don't subscribe to Bumble. I'm not on there.
Yeah.
The show's not on there. But Rumble, my goodness, Rumble. We'll be on TrueSocial.com as well. We're at 96,000 in the wait line. So we were one of the few beginning now. I think they're all the way up to 800,000 now. So we'll be waited to add to True Social. Like and subscribe to Apple Podcasts. All of our podcast pages, you'll be able to see everything we're dropping. You'll be able to see, unless something gets taken down. And I will preface this: we do need to come up with a second Instagram page, because we have been censored. I know a lot of our posts haven't been able to be viewed like they had. That's why we've been kind of boosting some posts to get some money out there. So maybe they like us a little bit better, but they don't, because we have a voice and we're vocal. So just like and subscribe to everything. We're going to be adding a newsletter. A new website's coming. So just yeah.
I got something.
Oh, she interrupts me. I was on a roll.
I'm sorry.
So make sure you go check that out. Make sure you go check out our Instagram, The Uncommon Line Podcast. At Instagram, theuncommonlinepodcast.com. Our Instagram will get you all the way back to everything else. The drop is April 1st. So patches, the slaps are still up on the website, and hit us up if you have any other questions, anything else you need. Make sure you're going to go support the shirt April 1st as well. Get us down to Florida so we can go do more down there. Check out Accufire Technologies for the new scope and the new thermals. I'm trying to think of what else. I kind of hit everything. What else?
Your blog.
Oh, fuck. Yes. So the blog y'all have absolutely loved. And it was not, I mean, literally it was, I mean, so it literally what made me think of it was I was sitting there this one day and, oh, this is like a Buck thing, right? I saw this sitting here, right? Inspiration. And I was like, I had started writing down thoughts, right? I'm always kind of writing down thoughts, and whether it be like designs or other things, or in some of them that are actually coming to life now, have been kind of written in this book. And I thought, man, how cool it would be to give everybody a voice that's not censored, right? Because nowadays you can't post anything without it being censored or somebody judging you for your thoughts, no matter how crazy those thoughts are. And I mean that on both sides. Like, I've had conversations with people far left, and I don't fucking agree with you. But cool, like, you have an opinion. That's why we live in America. But the fact of the matter is you can get canceled, and, a lot of people that watch the show, they have jobs that, don't allow them to be vocal. And have supportive agencies that don't allow you to be vocal. Well, you do now. And what we do is your blog. So you can hit me up at blog@theuncommonlinepodcast.com. That's blog@theuncommonlinepodcast.com. It's completely anonymous, or it can be completely known. You write whatever you want to write about. I'm not going to tell you what to write. You tell me, hey, I want to write an article for this day. I will get you a date. We've got one being dropped this week. I think we're scheduled out for a few weeks. And I don't care if you go off on a rant about, I don't care what it is. Yeah. It could be about anything. It could be something totally against my beliefs. But guess what? We live in America, and I want to allow you to have a voice. So what you write us is what I post. So I will say that. Yep. First off, I'm not good at the grammars. So English, school was not my thing. But English and math, definitely not my thing. So I'm not gonna hit correct on anything. So what you send me gets copied and highlighted and then pasted over to the website, and that's all I'm gonna do. I don't care if you have a brand and you want to talk about your brand. Core Performance wrote an article on there, great article about where to place your small business in the country today, and we cited them directly because he wanted to be known. So I just encourage you. It gives you a voice. If there's something on your mind, you have no outlet, and you want that outlet to be known, just hit us up, or not known. Hit us up and we'll post it. And I promise you, there's only one person that has a password for that email. Well, her too, but there's only two people that have a password for that email, and it's us two. And I will never share your name. I will never put that out there who it belonged to. I even go as far as any email you send, I put into a different encryption software. So if I copy and paste it, there's no footprint of ever getting back to you, because if I have an officer that comes on, like one of our first articles was absolutely incredible about suicide, and his agency was completely up against suicide and mental health, and they knew his thoughts on suicide at that time, and they wanted to find out about him. You ain't going to find it. You could sue me all you want. I'll never tell you who wrote it. So that's the whole point in your blog. It's literally your blog. If you want to be a regular contributor, you hit us up. I was really blown away about how many people loved it. Literally saw the book and I was like, man, it'd be cool to give people an outlet. And here we are about 3 or 4 blogs later. And, man, some great reads, great different. And plus it's helping me because I'm getting a different outlook because I'm so stuck in my ways. And so it's like, it helps me get a different look on things and way people are thinking. So make sure you check it out. Send me an email at blog@theuncommonlinepodcast. You can do it once. You can be a regular contributor. I don't care. So anything else? Her and I have no kids tonight. We're going to go get drunk and fuck like babies. 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 Rabbits. Like rabbits. We're going to fuck like babies.
Let's dub that out,
please.
No,
we're not going to dub that.
Please.
We're going to fuck like babies. Yeah.
Babies
There's tons of babies fucking out there. Anyways, geez. Rabbits. So, guys, thank you so much for supporting the show. there's so much here in this show and everything. Just please keep it up to date with everything. So much is going on, not just with us, but all the brands that we're involved with. Thank you so much for supporting us. If you want to critique us, you got to add something, hit us up. info@theuncommonlinepodcast.com. That's info@theuncommonlinepodcast.com. So, all right. So remember, stay safe, stay switched on, stay uncommon.